Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Dominic here. Welcome to How to Make a Foxtail, which is a piece of equipment you're going to need for the next activity. Talk to mom and dad before you go taking anything, please. I'm going to start with that. You can get a garbage bag, or if there is a sock, a long sock that mom or dad says that you can use. You could also, if mom has, or big sister has a knee-high nylon, that would work. Or I know we always have tights that get holes in them, and you could use an old pair of tights. But like I said, if you're going to use the tights or the nylon or the sock, please make sure you talk to mom or dad first. You also need some kind of soft ball. So this is pretty soft. I have a yarn ball. If you don't have a soft ball, it's okay. Hopefully you watched my lesson last week and I taught you how to make a ball using 3 plastic grocery bags, or I taught you how to make a sock ball, and your sock won't get ruined when you make this. So if you don't know how to do that or you didn't see that video, please check my YouTube channel, check the link from last week, and you can learn how to do that. So I'm going to use, I'm going to start with my garbage bag. I'll use one of the socks and then I'll use my garbage bag. So if you are using a garbage bag, you're going to take one of those soft type of balls. You're going to put it down in one of the corners. It doesn't matter which one. You also are going to need either tape, rubber band, or string. Whatever it is that you have in your house works fine. I'm going to use some painter's tape. And so I'm going to rip some off. Remember, if you didn't have that stuff, you can pause the video and then come back once you go and get something. And I'm just going to wrap that around so it's tight. Okay? And then this is the foxtail part. So you have several options for this. My first suggestion, if you're using a garbage bag, would be that you tie off the end. That way you don't have things flying open because you don't want it to. So there again, you can use string or you can use tape, whichever you have, or yarn. All of them work. I'm going to use string this time. And you're just going to tie an end. You're going to tie a knot or tape a knot. The other thing with the garbage bag is try and get the air out before you tie, okay? So you're going to tie the end off so that way it's not flying away from you. All right, and then this is the foxtail part. So I can use a rubber band, I can use more yarn, I can use more string, especially if you are using a sock or nylons or whatever the case may be, but you want to section it off somehow. I would say you want to section off probably like a hand width. So I'm going to show you what to do if you were using rubber bands. Okay, so you would just about 1 hand width, and then I'm going to keep wrapping that around. You twist it, and then wrap. And then, till it's tight. If you're using string or yarn. Okay, so now I've got 1 section there. Okay, it's up to you how long your bag is or how long your sock is as to how many sections you make. But that's how you're going to decide how many points you're going to earn. All right, so I'm going to do a second section. And if you're using a garbage bag and you have markers, you can use a marker to write how many points it is, or you can just remember, whichever you prefer. Okay, so I've got kind of 4 sections. I probably tie off 1 more. If you're using a sock, you might only have 3 sections, and that's fine. All right. So if you can see, I have 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, 4 sections, and the end is 5. So I would do, it's easier the closer that you catch the ball. So this would be worth 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and 5 points. So depending on how many sections you have, will decide how many points your foxglove is worth, or your foxtail is worth. If you were using a sock, I love these socks, they're one of my favorites, so I would not use marker on this. And if mom or dad wants the sock back, then please don't mark it up. Okay, but if I was using a sock, I would shove it down to the end. I'm going to use string, so that way, oh, that one was too short. That way I don't ruin my sock, because they're some of my favorites to wear during the winter. Okay, so remember, you want to tie it off closest to the ball. Okay, and then here's your foxtail part. Now this does have stripes on it, so you could like divide it by sections. So you could say purple, blue, and green, and yellow, so every 4 stripes. If you didn't want to tie off the whole thing, totally up to you. If you actually had a foxtail that you bought at the store, they usually are different colors. That way you know where your hand lands is worth however many points. But I think this sock is long enough, and mom or dad's socks probably work a little better, but like I said, before you take, make sure you ask them. The other thing is, when we do this lesson, you want to make sure that you either practice outside, in a garage, in a basement, somewhere where there's not lights up in the ceiling that you're going to break, and there is nothing on shelves or picture frames or anything like that you're going to break. We don't want to break any of mom or dad's stuff. Okay? So I would keep doing that until I've sectioned off my sock. All right, so boys and girls, that is how to make a foxtail using stuff around your house. Please, once your foxtail is made, please come back, click on the second link, and I will be doing your PE lesson with you. Have a great day. See you soon.